Hi, this is Bruce, and this is going to be part two of our Progressive Web App or PWA series. And in part one, what we did was we set up a simple PWA where we registered a service worker. We cached some files, so we registered the service worker here. We cached some files, and then we used a strategy where we were, first of all, checking to see if the files were available on the network or if we had connection to the internet. And then, if not, then getting the files from the cache. So I've duplicated part one and just named it part two. And I've changed the name of the JavaScript file to part two, and I've changed the cache name to part two. And I've updated those things where I needed to. So if we go back over here to our browser and refresh, you can see it's working. If we look at the console, we can see that we've got the registration. Right? If we go back to application and take it offline, it should work. And it does, although it kind of resizes funny. Okay. And then if we take it back online again, and I'm going to refresh one more time. And so what we're going to do is look at the Google Developers Audits tool called Lighthouse. And we're going to, let me just clear this. And so see here, in here we can get an audit of our PWA and see if there's anything wrong with it, see what the performance is like, and it will help us to correct anything that we need to correct. So I'm going to slide down a little bit and click on Run Audits. And you can see my performance is 100. It's a pretty small and simple site. And that's based on the speed of the site. But if we come down here to the diagnostics, we can see that I've got an inefficient cache policy. It's saying that I've got a long lifetime. 2 minimal, 1 chain found. That's pretty quick. But we've also got some errors or some warnings. So you can see no usable web app manifest was found on the page. So in this one, we're going to look at how to create a manifest. And then, well, the viewport window, I think that's just because I've got the console open or the developer tools open. And so we'll add the manifest, and then we'll go through and see if we can clear up some other errors if they do pop up. So let's flip back to here. And first thing we're going to do is right here below the style sheet, we're going to create a link to a manifest. And the href, we'll set it to manifest.json. And we'll upload that. And we'll come over here and we're going to create a new file called manifest.json. And let's see if we can find a manifest.json example. Oop. And there we go. So right from the developers Google Web Fundamentals page, they've got a manifest file that we can use as a starting template. So this will be PWA part 2. And so we've got, it's asking, so in order for the manifest to be proper, you can see here we've got to put in a couple of icons, making it installable on, well, helping to make it installable on devices. So I've got Micromedia 192, and because I'm working in a subfolder, I'm going to put the dot before the slash, so I'm not going back to the entire root. Do the same thing down here, and it's Micromedia 512 .png, image PNG. My start URL will be right here. Background color, I'm going to, I guess, make it just, and the theme color, make it red. And we'll come back here and change the scope to be this folder. And run the audit. Sorry, clear the audit and run the audit. And let's see if we've got some fewer errors. So you can see here we've got a web manifest now that meets the requirements. Next thing is you can see we're missing a meta name theme color from our HTML 0. So we're going to go meta. Oh yeah. Name theme color content equals, and that color is 9800. And we'll refresh and run the audit again. So now you can see wherever that was. Yep, so that's an address bar theme color. So you can see that's there. And then the viewport size, let me just, if I flip this down to the bottom and run the audit again, I assume my viewport size is going to, that error is going to disappear. And we're good for that. Now we can see in the Progressive Web App section that everything is good. So I hope this helps you get your PWAs performing the way they should be.